Hello, everyone. So it is early to come and speak. I'm gonna be talking to y'all from the darkness because I am gonna go back to sleep. I got like a lot of my cleaning done yesterday, so I can rest today, which is what I plan on doing. So, hello, good morning, you guys. This is High Priestess Jamila. Notifications. All right, so I want to first start off by saying light and namaste to all of y'all. I hope everybody is doing well out there. I will not be here long because I need to rest for a little while longer for today before I start the day. But I wanted to come and speak to you guys real quick about going to a spiritualist and the risks that spiritualists take for our clients and some of the things that can happen to us, which is why it's very important for you to communicate with us. I have been lucky because probably about 99% of my clients are amazing communicators. I do have a few that don't return my phone calls, and I'm going to be honest with you. The few that don't, I pretty much sort of put them in an area to where I'm not necessarily actively working on the case because without that communication, that can mean that something is going on, or it can be a lack of respect or faith in the spiritualist, which, this is a faith based business, okay? Especially when it comes, magic takes a great deal of faith, but it also takes skill. But I think it's also about having faith in what it is that you're doing. Can y'all hit the thumbs up, please? Thank you. Appreciate it. So, as a spiritualist, I take a lot of risks for my clients, but it is worth it for me. Okay. It's worth it. Part of the reason why it's worth it is because we are surrounded by demons, literally, demons. Demons of poverty, demons of pedophilia, demons of patriarchy, demons of matriarchy, demons of fear, demons of sex demons, hate demons. It's like we're surrounded by them. And so this is the why there is a need for spiritual work to be done. The main big thing is dealing with other witches. If your enemy is another witch, we got work to do. If I contact you and I say, hey, there's another witch that is sending things back, they're, you know what I'm saying? Whatever they sent to you, they tried to send it to me because I reversed it. And it can end up being a big mess. Okay. By the way, guys, happy new moon. That's what I meant to say to y'all earlier. Because today is we are actually at the new moon, and we are in Cancer right now. So tomorrow is the 20th, which is the we'll go into Leo tomorrow. So these cases can really be difficult on the practitioner. And I want you guys, and I can't say this or reiterate this enough, please. I don't care who you are working with. I don't care if you have a spiritualist that is doing honest work for you and they are seriously taking your case seriously, please appreciate your spiritualist. Even if it's not me, I'm not just talking about just me, but when I look at other spiritualists, and especially the ones that come on here and they are frustrated about dealing with clients, I totally understand. I want you guys to understand that it's really easy to get what you want out of a spiritualist and for them to literally be tired, weary, and going through a lot because of what they took on because of your case. So make sure that you check on your spiritualist and you contact them and you say, hey, how are you doing? I hope you're doing okay. What can I do for you? Because we do a lot for you. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've gotten burned by clients before. I have gotten burned and I'll never do that again. Okay. I have done court cases for people, and court cases are usually the most difficult, which is why if you're getting a court case, let me tell you something. Even if you're 100% right and you're 100% righteous, there are still injustices every single day within our judicial system. There are many injustices that go on. And I know that I'm just keeping it real with y'all. And then also, black magic can cause your cases to go wrong. Like all you have to do is go and search on Google to read about the horror stories. So if like and a lot of the times when you have a court case, those high powered attorneys are high ranking high priestesses. So I'm up against somebody that is extremely powerful. Not saying that I'm not powerful, but that within itself. So there's been a lot of I make changes all the time, and I also make new rules. Like for example, I don't do payment arrangements at all. Payment arrangements are done. They're done for everybody. The reason why is because right now there is a need for everybody to start listening and to start complying with what people are telling you. For example, if you pay for your case and I give you specific instructions, because to be honest with you, I don't charge enough for what I give. And my spirits are working with me on that, which is why my prices have went up. Okay. So for example, a few years ago, my cleanses, they were probably 250. There was a time frame when you could get a cleanse from me for 250. You know what I'm saying? That's because I was just starting my business and I was getting my name out there. Okay. But when it boils down to it, and I want to tell y'all something, there are a lot of entitled people. They think that spiritualists should just do things for free. That's what they think. Very entitled. They think that they should be able to get spiritual work for free. Somebody else should do the work for them and they shouldn't have to pay anything. So keep in mind that you guys is that do pay for your work, we appreciate and value you a lot because we know that you respect and you understand and that you know what I'm saying, that you're respectful. But believe it or not, there are a lot of people in society right now that think that empathic people, they should just take on everybody's problems. So it's a lot of crappy people out there in this world. It's a lot. Okay. And y'all got to understand that, uh, you know, we take a lot of risks for you, especially those of you that have those prison demons on you. Those of you now, I'm actually going to talk to you guys. I meant to talk to you guys about planetary cleanses as well during this one, but I'll do that from my computer. Um, the different planets govern over different things. And I'm going to come and, make this clear for y'all as far as with planetary cleanses because we've been upgrading. I've been upgrading my spiritual knowledge. So the planetary cleanses are very powerful, high magic rituals that need to be done because what is happening below reflects to above, and what is happening above reflects to below. So both of those can be compromised, especially when it comes to your planets. If you don't know anything about astrology, then that'll probably go over your head. Everybody should educate themselves on what is going on. There's been a lot of discoveries spiritually that there's been a lot of discoveries that I have made spiritually that other people have took and ran with it. There has been new information that I have provided. So at the end of the day, Every spiritualist and their ideas are important. Okay. Now, I've noticed for some reason over on this channel, there seems to be an issue with negativity, with people coming over here being negative. That is not Jamila's fault at all. At all. Ain't none of this crap that y'all have seen these people doing in social media has ever been my fault. YouTube is a public platform. There are tons of people on YouTube. There are billions of people on YouTube. Jamila doesn't control YouTube. YouTube controls YouTube, and YouTube allows a lot of things that go on. It's just one of those things. So, the negativity that has been brought to me is not my own, which is what leads me to what I was going to say next. If you have a beef with a witch or a spirit, you're going to have to do monthly reversals. Monthly. Can y'all hit the thumbs up, please? There's 11 in the chat. We've got 3 thumbs up. Can y'all hit the thumbs up so I can know who all is in here? Because if you're in here, you either should be thinking about being a client or already a client. If you're in here, okay. Okay, appreciate the thumbs up, you guys. Let me know what's going on and test the temperature of the room. So we take a lot of risks for you. There are some things that people will put on you that are meant to get you killed, to get you hurt. Okay, there are a lot of spirits. So when you guys come to me and you say, Jamila, I have an issue, and I say, okay, I can help you with that issue. And when I start working for you, you start to kind of get it twisted, and get like, and I'm gonna tell you, I've seen this happen before. I'm gonna tell y'all a story about how I got burned. When we are doing that work for you and you're feeling strong and you're feeling better, you realize that some of the things that you guys are going through, that intent of what you were going through was meant to destroy you, was meant to sometimes make you homeless, was meant to make you sick, was meant to kill you. There are sometimes when witches will send bad energy and it has killed somebody. So please believe that we are protecting you from a lot. Don't ever take it for granted. Don't ever take it for granted. We are helping you a lot. And in some cases, we're even saving your lives. Okay, so it's real easy to say, okay, I got what I wanted, but now this energy seems to be now attached to my spiritualist. Why is that? That should not happen. When that happens with clients, I should be looking at you with a side eye, but I don't. You know why I don't? Because I trust in my spirits. Trust takes you a long way. Being trustworthy and being trustful. Okay. That trust goes both ways. So, for example, I had a client a few years back, literally had fixed his life. I had fixed this guy's life, literally. He still owes me a couple of $1,000s. He never paid it. You know why? Because he's out there kicking it. He out there having fun, kicking it. He ain't worrying about nothing. He don't realize that he owes me a debt. I let that debt go, but it always comes back around. So please believe that if you owe me money and you have it, you need to pay me. Okay? I don't care what. Listen, if you owe me money, you need to pay me first. When you get up in the morning, you need to pay me as soon as possible. Okay, regardless to what you think of me, regardless to what you heard about me, this is how I earn my living. You not paying me, you not paying me can literally lead my family into danger. Especially when some of y'all had, when I'm working cases for y'all and these cases involve the prison system, which if I'm not mistaken is connected to, oh, which one is it? Uranus, one of the planets. I'm going to come and go over all of this with you guys and talk to you guys about high magic as well as differentiating what is going on here as opposed to what is going on up there. Okay? So, yeah, like I've had that happen. I've been burned. So now I learned my lesson. If I take a $5,000 court case from you, you're going to have to pay it all in advance. And cleanses, I don't do payment arrangements on cleanses at all anymore. At all, because 9 times out of 10, most of y'all are either uh, under some sort of contract, which has to do with earthly magic. But then a lot of y'all have stuff going on up there. I actually discovered what is messing with the planets. I discovered what sometimes causes our planets to get out of alignment. And so what I realized is that it's not just about Earth, it's about the moon, it's about the sun. Many people, when they think about protection, they always think about protecting Earth. Well, you also have to protect your moon, your sun, your Venus. All of those things have to be protected. And they are constantly being hit with what I call and what spirits gave me years ago, they call it celestial waste and trash. This is rocks, and certain other types of energies that are literally crashing into the other planets. This causes vibrations and shifts in energy that is constantly affecting us. So, a lot of the times when people speak from an astrology standpoint, which I'm not debunking what they're saying because it's all relevant, all of it. But what's causing a lot of problems is this solid matter that tends to shake things up, which is why you have to learn to stay grounded on this planet because this planet will keep you grounded. Or it's definitely things that are invisible. And then some of those beautiful little wonderful things that we see floating around in space, those things are actually very harmful. I don't understand why NASA doesn't send something up there to shoot that stuff down instead of trying to shoot down the moon. Hey, it's all good. I have trust in the universe as well, even though there's a lot of crazy stuff out there. I still trust it because of the planets. All of those planets, Saturn, the sun, the moon, all of those are in our solar system or whatever they call it. It's there for a reason and it does affect us. So uh and it's affecting us all the time. And see, people can use their planets. People can use Saturn. People can use Mars. People can use Mercury against you, especially people that are practicing very high magic. If I am dealing with a client that has a witch that is throwing money, that I'm sorry, that is not throwing money, that is throwing bad energy at you, which to be honest with you, it is money. But a lot of people have been trained to not a lot of people have been trained to focus on the most negative thing happening to them. And the most negative, um, how many people have I harmed? The people that I have done harm to in my business deserved it. I wasn't actually doing harm to them, I was giving them a blessing. So, yeah, I've cursed a couple of people. Okay. Let me, because you're not serious about your questions anyway, and we knew that. Okay. Yeah, there's no moderators. I don't need a moderator or a chat. Matter of fact, um, I should have shut down the chat. So, hey, I don't need the chat or moderators. I can come on here and speak my piece and say what I got to say and educate and not have a chat at all. I don't need a peanut gallery at all. Okay. Anyway, going back to what I was saying. If you are dealing with another witch that feels that she needs to do work on you for whatever reason, which is usually uh certain people, it depends. It depends on what your case is about. If they're throwing magic at you, then that means that it's not just a one-time deal. Some of y'all have cases that are going to take a couple of years. Some of y'all have cases that are going to take 6 months. And the ones that seem to be having a communication problem when you're not communicating, that can literally blow things out of the water. You have got to communicate with us. You do. When I send you a message, it's coming from your spirits. It's not just coming from Jamila. Jamila can drop your case at any time and go get somebody else, especially when you have a complicated case. If I'm contacting you and I'm saying, hey, I need extra for this because we're dealing with a witch, something got thrown back at me, it's very clear. And then you sort of say, oh, well, I just thought that all of my problems were going to be solved in one day. Then I'm going to let you know, hey, you're dealing with a longer term situation. A longer term situation. For example, that guy that I had that court case on, he stopped communicating, period, at all. And I'm sitting up here and I listen, if I'm contacting you, that's a blessing. It's a blessing and it's a sign because I can, at any moment, I can cut the cord from you. I can cut ties from you and I can move on and I can get clients that pay their bills. I can get clients that pay all at once. So I'm doing you a favor. That's real talk. So that's why I always tell my clients, hey, listen, I know you're having issues. If you can't pay that, then pay something. This is something that I've always told people, but we're eliminating this all together. I'm not doing any more payment arrangements. And I know that some of y'all that are watching probably think that I'm talking about you personally, but believe it or not, I'm not. This is something that has been built up over the years that has made me decide to do that, especially right now. Now, right now, we are all under spiritual attack. We've been under spiritual attack for probably the last month. Probably about the past 4 to 5 weeks was when that energy moved in. You cannot be distracted by somebody's uh, words or any of that. You can't be distracted by that. Stop being tempted by distraction. That's why that negative energy was able to come into your life. Many of you guys that were not paying attention, you were not listening last month when that negative energy came through. You guys weren't paying attention. I told you guys, I said, it's not about that. That's there to distract you. It's about this. But people that say, "Oh, well, yeah, I know, Jamila, I know," they claim that they know. They'll say, "Oh, yeah, yeah, you're right," but then they'll go right back off into the psychosis and living in the reality of that negative energy every time. It's very difficult. The reason why there are so many, the reason why there are less people that have less difficulty is because most people don't know what is going on to even deal with the difficulty that's happening in their lives. And the last thing that you need to ever do is that if there is a spiritualist that says, hey, listen, I will scratch your back, but you got to make sure that mine is covered. And the last thing that you should ever do that's going to bring you the worst luck in the world is to fuck over your spiritualist ever. If you got $300 in your pocket and you done paid all your bills and you know you owe your spiritualist money, you need to give them half. Those are facts, man, or you don't need to stop contacting spiritualists then. Don't ask us to do work for you then. If you don't appreciate us, we deserve that. We do. Because we take on cases that could potentially put us in danger. But it's a potential. And when there is, if there is even a tiny amount of the four of cups of being taken for granted, I can sense it. I can sense it. And I'll be like, hey, listen, I've been through a lot for you. You're over there smiling because of what I did for you. But I'm still battling with this witch that is sending energy back that I'm absorbing that's not coming to you, that I won't be able to do that. So you have to be proactive. I am not able to do that and deal with several other clients. With several other clients. I'm dealing not just with you, but with several other clients. I don't live with my mama. I have my own life. I do this as a business. There's certain business goals that I have. So that's why I said you have to be proactive, especially if it's another witch that we are working against. If we have acknowledged that literally we're going back and forth with another witch, you just gonna have to make sure that you take care of it. And usually when you're dealing with that other witch, she's gonna go cyclically. She's gonna either work with the new moon, the half moon, crescent moon, or the full moon. Okay. Now, this is something that I have explained to all of my clients because even though I've done your ritual a couple of months ago, when I'm dealing with another witch, I'm still working for you after that. And that witch is still sending shit, sending shit. So me and you might have to hold hands for about another 3, 4, 5 years unless you learn how to do the work yourself, which is what people end up doing. So a lot of my clients that were clients for years turned into apprentices. They turned into students to where they could learn. Now, many of y'all that contact me, you are natural witches. Okay? Your thoughts, all of that stuff can affect your case because you're natural witches. To if you have been taught certain things and indoctrinated with certain things and you haven't tapped into your manifestation power, okay, then you can potentially start to block things because you don't know your power. Everything that we say manifests immediately. It seems like work has been moving real fast lately. Everything. Everything. Good morning, Sabrina. So when y'all some of y'all can manifest things with your thoughts. Okay. If I do work for you and you say, oh, I'm going to do this work, but I know that person is just going to send it back. You as a witch just wish that thing to come back to you. Because when I send something back, not only am I trying to cloak myself with invisibility, okay? So some of y'all are trying to do work with me, but you're counteracting the work that I'm doing for you because of your negative thoughts and your inability to understand what I'm doing. So it's really, really important for you guys to trust. When you come to me, you're putting it in God's hands. You're putting it in my hands. So, for example, if you come to me and then you're going to see another spiritualist, it's okay for you to go and see other spiritualists, but typically that causes a problem. Good morning, Charissa. Sorry, I said Charissa. So Just appreciate us and know that first of all, if I do work for you, it's gonna work. If you think that it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work. If you have deep insecurity issues, it might block your spells from working. So that's when I will say to you, hey, you need some work done. You need to work on yourself because I just did a case for you, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. Clients that are like that, clients that come to me and they don't have trust and they don't have confidence in what I'm doing and they don't have confidence in themselves and they have security issues. Those are the clients that I usually end up dropping, because to be honest with you, my clients are usually in and out. And I could show y'all I can't show you my client list, but most of the people that I do work for, unless it is a special case, which I've been working a lot of special cases lately. So if you have a special case, then let go and let Goddess take care of it. Let go and let Goddess take care of it, and everything that you need will manifest, which means that you're going to be able to scratch my back, because I'm a human being. I'm not dead yet. And even if, I'm going to be honest with you, if any of my children are the death of me, I'm out. I'm just going to go and be reborn. I'm out, because it could have been an easier way to do it. So I am here in the flesh. I have to eat. I have to sleep. I have to live somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So that means that when you don't pay me, that means that I might have to go without. And that's not cool. That's not fair and that's not cool. Because I can guarantee you that a lot of the times when y'all do that, when your spiritualist is contacting you are probably sitting over there on top of the world while we're over here suffering trying to get rid of that spirit. Now, today is the new moon, so we're cycling things out. So, just make sure, and y'all should always tip your spiritualist. Tip them, especially when you walk away from us and you all of a sudden you getting 1,000, 2 grand, 3 grand. You just all of a sudden you having all this good luck, and you haven't shown any appreciation. So make sure that y'all do that. Make sure that you understand that, number one, I do this because I love it. That's why I do it. I do it because it is what I have chosen. This is the life purpose, which I could have done several paths. I chose this one and I chose to stick with it. I could have just done work to get myself out of my hole, and I could have went and got my real estate license and sold real estate. Would I do that right now? No, I have no interest in doing anything but this ever, ever, because I love it. I want my clients to understand that as well. I want y'all to get into it and have love and trust for what you're doing, because you already need to do it. You already need to understand that that this is the solution. It's the solution to all of your problems. It is, hands down. I can't even say that I would never be able to ever have anything negative to say about magic, not even black magic. Not even black magic. Black magic is just as wonderful as what they consider white magic. I don't see the difference between the two personally. But I will tell you that yes, there are people that will invade. Black magic is not even supposed to be used on people. It's not even, you're not supposed to be using those energies on people unless that person is like a freak of nature and they are literally doing a lot of harm to a lot of people. Okay. And usually those people die at birth. I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all don't appreciate what Mother Earth has done for y'all thus far. It could be so much worse. It could be so much worse than what y'all seeing. And it's getting, to me, I can see the positive that is happening, but it's really difficult to see the positive when you are literally, because I look at everything from a bird's eye view. Good morning. Hey sissy. How's one of my favorite people in the world doing? So, I'm just saying, and that's why I always tell my clients that I love them and I appreciate them because I do. And I put a lot of love in the work that I do. And seeing a picture of a candle does not mean that your work has been done for you. Stop thinking that. I could literally take a candle and just draw on it, fold up a petition and send it to you and say, "Yeah, it's done." No, we go deep. We go deep when we're doing work for people. So make sure that we're compensated because it's not no joke. I'm doing good, sis. I'm doing a lot better than I was a few days ago. Yeah. So just trying to balance everything out, and I'm actually going to come and talk to you guys about the planetary cleanses and how the planets are actually affecting us from a witchy standpoint. Somebody that astral travels, somebody that's been doing this for a long time, somebody that is ascending. So I am going to come and talk to you guys about it might even sound complicated or out of this world, and that many people probably won't understand it, but a lot of you probably will when I come and talk to you about this. So I'm gonna do that after I drink some coffee and stuff like that. I just wanted to come and tell you guys that most of your spiritualists, they are not petty like the rest of the world. I mean, of course, as a woman, there's certain things that I'm going to be very normal about, when it comes to my relationships, you know what I'm saying? My love relationships, I'm just not going to be sitting up there just like, oh, well, but some spiritualists are, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, I want balance with my partner. But as far as like, um, you know, I am a very practical person because I live on this earth, but there are a lot of things that I see and I know about that would actually scare the average person. So I don't even fucking say it to them. You know what I'm saying? But reality is reality. Okay. And the reason why you guys see stuff happening to people is because spirit is telling you, yeah, this could be the result. And it's not to scare you. It's so that you can appreciate your own life. You woke up that morning. So most people living, in this world, they will see bad things happen to other people and they won't appreciate their own life. But you woke up that morning. You woke up and you had the opportunity to make today great. So keep that in mind. Don't ever let anything that you see cause you to take your own life for granted. So a lot of people are doing that. And yeah, it can be extremely difficult getting people out of that. But see, us spiritualists, I don't ambulance chase at all. Mm-mm. I do not do what they call ambulance chasing. My clients come to me. They come to me, honey. I attract a lot of clients, and most of my clients are very successful people, or either they are trying to manifest more success. Most of them. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to pay my bills. A lot of y'all that I take on, that I do payment arrangements for, and we doing bits and pieces here and there, I'm doing you a grace and a favor that I don't have to. Because I could be real funny acting and real funny style, and I could just be like, I'm not taking any cases for less than 1,000, which is really what spirits want a lot of us to do. You know why? Because it provides us insurance. Most people will be able to be covered, if they had like 1,000 in arrears. Most people, because they'd be able to at least pay their mortgage and their bills. We have to pay bills just like you. And a lot of y'all want to manifest love. Y'all want us to manifest beauty. I don't know why don't nobody come to me to get my beauty work. I think it's ridiculous because my name means beautiful. My first name is Jamila, My name actually means beautiful. So it doesn't surprise me that the devil is always trying to say, is she ugly? You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to understand that there, but as far as like with not just beauty, but inner beauty starts with what? The solar plexus. Inner beauty starts with the solar plexus. How you feel and how other people see you is how you feel about yourself. So I work on the inner stuff, because most of the time the standards of aesthetics are unfair and biased anyway, because you know what I'm saying? And so now that within itself, that is like the tip of the iceberg. That's literally, it is so much more to explore other than hair, makeup, and nails. Okay. Now, as a woman, I have to say that I love to look pretty. You know what I'm saying? I love to put my makeup on and stuff. But hey, listen, okay? Listen, there are other, okay, Charissa, you sure, why do I keep saying it like that? I'm wondering if I'm saying it, is it Charissa or Charissa? I feel like it's Charissa or Charissa. Um, we have, especially somebody like me, I do this because I love the world. I do this because I love life. I don't do this because I'm trying to, because I know I'm not rich. Um, 100 grand a year is not rich. It's not. That barely supports a family of four. So no, I'm not rich. Can I be rich? Hell yeah. Am I gonna gain prosperity through my business? Yeah, of course. Of course I'm gonna gain prosperity through this business. But you know, there's levels to this, okay? There's levels. So I'm pretty comfortable where I'm at. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It makes me feel very uncomfortable. Oh, okay, it's Chrissy. Okay. Um, if I start to feel uncomfortable, then I'm going to let you guys know if you're a client. So just please make sure, I don't care if you owe us money and your spiritualist says, hey, I'm going to need to, because I contact everybody that owes a balance. My spirit makes me do that. Or I'm going to contact you if it's extra work that is required. Be prepared for that. I have never ever once told any client that if you send me $500, I'm going to solve all your problems. Because if I did that, I'd be a liar. Many of y'all is going to take thousands of dollars to get you where you need to be. But when you think about it, if you're making 100, 200, or 300 grand a year, or even a million, what is that? What is that? That's like literally nothing. That's small stuff to a giant. And so for me, being that I do this for a living, when you're on your P's and Q's, then that makes my business successful because you're paying what you owe. And then also I'm getting other clients along with that. So as long as everything is flowing, then it's fine. A lot of y'all will borrow money to get your hair done, but you won't borrow money to pay your spiritualist. You'll borrow money to go and get your nails done and to do other stuff, but you won't borrow money to pay your spiritualist. Make that make sense to me. This should be your first priority. And when you don't make it a priority, then that's why you get the results that you get. So don't be doing stuff like that, y'all. I don't trust that troll account that's in here. I'm sorry, Outer Banks Witch, Miss Jan Marie. You might have to watch that account. I don't know though. Hello, false idols. How are you? Y'all know that y'all handle name says a lot about y'all. Okay. So anyway, yeah, just make sure that you do that and you'll be fine because at any moment, oh, here's another thing. If you are getting work done or if you want work done, yeah, let me know that you're getting it done. But if you say you're going to get work done and then the time frame comes where you're supposed to pay for that work, you've already pretty much agreed to a contract. So just be careful with that. Be careful with that. Make sure that your intent is solid. Don't say, oh, I might do this next week. Mm-mm. Because then if you say you might do it, that's when I need to give you some guidance. It may be something else that you need to do next week. Because, if you have an intent to do something and it doesn't happen, then what does that mean really? What does that really mean? If you have an intent to do something, but then you can't, that means that there's an obstacle, or it could be a spirit or a problem that's blocking it or stopping it. So, okay, that's cool. That's cool. So, yeah, man, just appreciate us because we go through a lot for y'all. And a lot of the stuff that we go through, um, we rarely even tell you about it. I don't if I'm contacting you telling you something, then that means that you need to take it seriously. Because like the headaches, the back pain, sometimes I just go take a bath for that. Okay, I can just go take a bath. But everything else, if it's literally to the point where, somebody's being removed from my home or there's visitors coming, then you just never know. And yeah, some of that stuff could be my own personal stuff. It could be, but I always know how to differentiate. I know how to tell what should be going on in my life versus what shouldn't. And when you think about it, so just here's the way I want you guys to look at it. I want you guys to look at it this way. You guys look at it more positive and say, this is my witch. This is my high priestess. This is my shadow side. And I'm going to be good to myself. Just be good to us because we're going to be good to you. And I had to tell somebody that last night, like, I'm not going to do you dirty. I don't do people dirty at all. Like, it's just not in my nature to do people dirty. To defend myself, to protect my children, and to protect my loved ones, yeah, I might but that's not being dirty. That's normal. You're supposed to defend your family. You're supposed to defend the people that you love. So people that tell you, people that do things to you and then tell you that you're evil for sending that energy back, that y'all don't need to listen to those people. Now, I will tell you that there does reach a point in your life, and I'm near that point to where I'm above it all. I'm not even going to lie to you. I've already reached that point. Okay, when I come down off of my high horse, I'm doing it literally because of love and because I'm nice. But other than that, I don't I honestly, you know what I'm saying? Not trying, and it's not saying that you're better than anybody, but that's not what I'm saying. But we have to be above that in order for our vibration. We got to keep our vibrations a certain way. We have to keep things a certain way. Things when things get knocked off of balance, trust me, my spirits is telling me what I need to know, and rarely are they wrong because they're going to look at it from all ends. They're going to say, this is what's going on, this is what's going on, and this is what's going on. And trust me, I ain't even mad at yourself every day. Okay, so I work with my spirits every day. Not only that, I'm constantly talking to not only the elemental spirits, but I'm constantly with my spirit guides, such as Hecate, which is my goddess that I work with a lot, as well as I've been working with Lilith a lot. Okay, because the demon of patriarchy came through looking for souls. So I work with Lilith a lot, who is a dark goddess who helps us. Okay, so it really depends on what's going on. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Right now, what's going on is prosperity work. So for the new moon, we're doing prosperity work. Investing in prosperity work is just like pulling in, however you look at your power. For me, every time I do money work, I feel like I'm blessing the whole world. So, not just myself, because in order for me to do work for the people, they have to have money. So, you see what I'm saying? So, or either energy, money is energy converted, basically. They put it in paper. This is it, it's called currency. So, your energy that you put out is what you're going to get back. So right now, this new moon, oh, it's all about money because we're going to go into llamas. Everybody, nobody should be having financial trouble at llamas. Nobody that's doing what they're supposed to be doing. If you are, something is wrong. Something is wrong. You need to look at something. You should not be this month, this entire month. Why do you think that those demons show up during this time? Okay? Because this month as well as last month, as well as June, it's prosperity and energy. Energy. Let's not say money, let's say energy. Let's say energy. Okay? If you are not manifesting what you're supposed to, then your energy is going somewhere. Where is it going? So, like for example, my sisters that are joining me for llamas, there is a certain way that negative energy has to be handled because everything that we get right now is being transmuted. In fact, the negative energy, the negative people, they are a sign of the times. In fact, you know what? Screw it. If y'all see somebody attacking Jamila in social media, just know that prosperity is coming. That's how you can tell. Okay. Just know that prosperity is coming, not just for me, but also for this planet. And whatever is meant for me, I am a hungry, hungry hippo. I don't have to do nothing for nobody. I don't owe them demons nothing. I don't owe nobody that I know nothing. If I'm going to give to you or if I'm going to bless you, but other than that, so that's what it's about. Nobody wants to have financial issues. If you don't want financial constraints, then listen to what I am saying to you. That's all I'm saying. Because I do very good in my business. Okay. When certain energies seem to interrupt flow, I'm going to recognize that and say, hey, there's a synergy that's happening here that you're not noticing. The average person doesn't, which is why I always say, hey, let's not do this. Let's not do this. Let's do this. This is what we want to do. I don't want to focus on, negative people, especially not right now. This is not the time for that, especially during the new moon. Hopefully, moving forward, everybody will be focused. Everybody has to be focused on that. And you know what the thing of it is that it ain't even hard. Just sit back and relax and let it come to you. Especially those that want to get spiritual work from me and you say you don't have the money. Well, if I tell you that I'm going to bless you with the money, just sit back and wait. It's going to come to you. Now, if you choose to go and take my money and go spend it with somebody else other than one of my sister witches, then that's on you if you don't get results. I know that the spells that we do over here work. Okay? I bless y'all all the time so that you can pay for your spell work. If you're making the decision to go to a spiritualist, that's not Jamila's fault. You're going to have to come back and the debt will probably even be more higher. Please stop going to listen, if you're working with me, work with me exclusively. Don't work with nobody else because I noticed that people that working with somebody else, it's an extremely bad struggle. I don't work that way. I used to didn't mind, But I don't know. Don't, if you are working with somebody else, stick with that person that you're working with. Because I can sense when you're working with somebody else, because you'll be really, really resistant. You'll be really resistant. It'll be difficult. The relationship between us will be difficult if you're going to somebody else that is either advising you opposite or doing opposite to the work that I'm doing. Some of these spiritualists will do opposite to the work that you're doing, which is why you don't go to them. Don't do it. Okay. Stick with what works. What I do works. The cleanses, the reversals, the gen hex removers, the planetary cleanses. Those are some of the main workings that I do, as well as the prosperity work. Those are some of the main services that people buy from me: cleanses, hex removers, generational hex removers, and it's one other thing: love work. Okay, love work. Those things work. Now, for me personally, I am at the level to where I don't necessarily have to do a bunch of reversals for myself personally. My spirits gave me plenty of confirmation on that. Some of this stuff affects us universally. When I was doing money work all last month, and I put in when I set up my Llamas altar, do y'all remember that? All of those candles were covered in black soot. All of them. I'm not joking with you. Halfway, they were covered in black soot. Some of them went all the way to the bottom. The second set went all the way to the bottom. Spirit said, you have to do it. And so then, because my spirit guides come and they tell me. And so the planetary cleanses are going to be the newest big thing. Spiritualists are already doing it, but they don't call it a planetary cleanse. I guess it would depend on who you're. So that's going to be the next big thing, is the planetary cleanses. Okay. Oh, well, I'm glad that the super chat didn't work, because I don't accept payment through super chat. I know that the super chat is probably there, but I don't accept pay. First of all, I don't. Y'all can donate to the super chat, but my business is not ran off of donations. I have spiritual contracts that I do with clients. So I get contracted to do work for clients. That's how I make my money. That's why I don't need 100 views. If I were doing donations, then I would want about 100 or 200 live viewers that would be able to send me 20, 50, $100 a piece. But I get all of my money through my business. Okay. And the way that I do that is by setting financial goals. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. A lot of the times when it comes to that, if you're noticing that your money seems to be coming in bulk, like for example, if you're a spiritualist and you may get a client that that's coming, that has 2 grand to pay for their work, right? And then you got a whole bunch of bills to pay, and then that 2 grand is gone very quickly. You shouldn't have sporadic clients. Sporadic clients is very unnatural. I take about 5 to 6 clients per week. Okay. So there should be no limitations. Okay. And another thing is that if you guys have something coming up that's like even 3 days from now, you know how much can change? You know how much can change in 24 hours? And, as a spiritualist, I have kids, I have bills. There are times when, hell, I mean, people can say, oh, well, yeah, I got money, but I just paid $1,400 rent. So, and am I supposed to lower my lifestyle for anybody? No. No, the reason why I set the goals that I set. So, for example, if you owe me $300 and you're not paying it, I can cut you off as a client. And then, that next day, get a client that comes to get a generational hex remover. and all my problems will be solved. But I don't do people like that. So please appreciate me. Please. I swear to God that, and I've had this discussion before. Okay, get rid of false idols. I'll do it. I'll do it. Bye. So yeah. We don't have that problem. We don't have problems with poverty over here. If you are having issues with poverty, if you are still having issues with poverty, I mean, like literally to where you have nothing, there's a few spiritualists that I could possibly refer you to, but I'm not the spiritualist for you. If you don't have anything, like if you're like, the only thing that I can do is inspire you. Like, I'm not saying go away if you don't have no money, no. But if you want work from me, you're gonna have to have some money. Okay. And the COVID thing, the economy, y'all crashing economy has not affected me. Unless I deal with a client that doesn't understand it, then it can affect me. But other than that, my clients are coming from all over the globe. So the problems that we're having in America, it doesn't affect everybody, even in America. I mean, literally, I'm doing very well, and ain't seen no stimulus check, and am not looking for the next stimulus check. Now that doesn't mean that the rest of you, that when you get your stimulus check, yeah, you should invest it in your spiritual stuff that you need. Yeah, you should. Does that mean that I'm gonna be hounding folks talking about you need to come and do? No, I don't have to beg clients for nothing. And usually my business runs very smoothly, and it's been that way for a while. So, I'm sorry guys. Y'all listen to the medium that are coming from the meteors, the meteorites that are in the in the universe. Y'all keep listening to the media. The media runs and controls you. If the media comes and tells you that such and such is crashing, half of the people gonna be thinking about committing suicide. That is a trick. Stop listening to the media. If you are down and out, I ain't down and out. I have what I need. I have food in my refrigerator. In fact, I gotta go down there and clean out my refrigerator. Now I may not have, you know what I'm saying, everything that I want at this very second. No, but I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I feel financially secure. I don't have those problems. A lot of people feel, well, why should you do better than us? If we paying you for work, you shouldn't be better than us doing. Well, no, I'm up there equal to my clients. I'm equal to my clients. My clients are usually making about the same amount that I make, if not more. Okay. So that's just the way that it is. I can't say that any clearer than that. For example, don't call me and try to spend 5 or 10 minutes on the phone with me before you get a reading. Pay for your reading, and then you will get scheduled. And then call me. You can pay for your reading and then call me. More than likely, I'll pick up. I'll say, hey, I'm about to send you my booking link. I'm available this day. If I'm not available that day for your reading, then you just have to be patient. I have somebody in front of you. A lot of people, when they come to me, they think they're the only one. No, you're not the only client. I work with several per week, and then also several students and apprentices, and then my coven. So no, I literally don't have the time. And if you spend extra time on the phone with me, make sure that you pay it, even if I don't tell you. Make sure that you send in the extra time. Right now, during the summer, I charge $1 per minute for my readings. And I spend a lot of time on y'all cases. So please understand that we take this very, very seriously. This is a serious thing. Okay, this is literally you're standing in between life and death right now. It doesn't mean that you have to fear death, but many of us are being faced with the threat of death. So, you know, yeah, that's all I'm saying. Just appreciate me. If you guys, and this is for people, not necessarily those of you that have gotten back to me and said, "Hey, Jamila, I got you this day." I'm not talking about you. All of y'all that have contacted me and got at me and we have talked, I am not talking about you. I am talking about these people that disappear, that have work that need to be done, but they disappear. And see, when you disappear, I am still doing the work for you until I shut it down. Because when I tell you, hey, I'm going to do a cleanse on you, but you need a hex remover. So you need to be getting ready to get this hex remover by next week, because you can't just have a cleanse. There's a contract on you. Yes, there are contracts. Where do they originate from? Earth. They originate from people on the earth. Okay, scared people that thought that they had to sacrifice you. Okay, so that is what we're dealing with. The stuff that's going on freelance in the universe, that's not a contract. That's not nothing personal. That's just energy. That's just things that can happen up there. There's constantly asteroids are actually constantly hitting the earth too. They're constantly either hitting the earth or either flying right by it. Okay. And the ones that can that have been able to bypass Earth's magnetic field, those have other energies behind them. Okay, because a lot of y'all don't know how far and vast this universe stretches. It's very big and very scary and very cold. It's they don't care. Those energies don't care. So, the universe is a beautiful place, but it's also a very dark place. It's also a very, very cutthroat place. Okay. And, so that's why it's important for people to use their intuition. Okay. I've seen people that have believed, like I've actually done this before. I've actually believed something that I thought was so real, but it wasn't. Okay. But what I can tell you that is very real is whatever it is that's stopping you from getting up, whatever it is that is stopping you from living your life, from being happy. That is very real. Okay. So keep that in mind. And guys, I'm going to go because you guys are leaving the chat. So evidently, that means that that's probably my cue anyway, because I kind of got a little bit of headache, but I'm going to go make me some coffee. So click your bell notifiers, because I'm going to be giving you guys a lesson in high magic. I want all spiritualists to listen to what I'm saying, because I feel that if we're all on the same page, then we can start to educate people, then we can make things a lot easier. Because let's face it, the people that bother our peace and prosperity, those people just don't get it. They're confused. They're lost. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, they are at fault because you're in control. There's nobody actually that, everybody is making every decision for themselves every single day. You make a choice. So coming to me is a choice. And I'm going to tell you something. There has been no client that has came to me and said, "Jamila, I can't pay my rent. Jamila, my bills are due. My lights got turned off. My gas got turned off." None of my clients will ever say that to me. So if I ever find myself in a situation where that is happening to me, I'm going to contact you. I'm going to get at you and say, "Hey, hey, hey." And my spirits are going to know So, and I trust my spirits, even if, because a lot of people, one of the things I want to talk about this before I go, one of the things is spiritualists that feel that somebody is sending a fake, like a fake client. No, if that client sent you some money, that is your client. And you have to be in the upper hand on that situation. You have to be on top of things in that situation. And you have to trust. So no matter what happens to you, what gets thrown at you, is it the end of the world? No, it's not. There's always tomorrow and there's always solutions. Okay? So, anyway, guys, I got to go. I don't make me some coffee. I'll be back in a little bit though. It'll probably won't be until a little bit later, y'all, because today is like a rest day. I'm not tired or anything, but I just want to get some rest today. But I felt like coming on here and saying that because I want y'all to have, I want all of my clients to have a better relationship with me, to the point where if I communicate with you, you're getting back with me. So if I have sent you a message, you need to get back with me, especially if I'm currently doing work for you, which means that let me tell y'all what currently doing work for you means. That means that if I do work for you and within 90 days, I'm sensing something, because we're still in those energies going up to 90 days out. So you should never come to a spiritualist with the problems that some of y'all have and get work done and then disappear. Some people can do that. I've had clients that have came to me to get cleanses. Sometimes they come back and get more work. They come to me to get their cleanses. They go all off. Those clients are the ones that trust me and respect me because they got what they wanted. I got what I wanted, and now they're doing good. When you trust your spiritualist, and especially when you have trust in magic, everything is going to fall into place. Everything just adds up like a puzzle. It's so beautiful the way that works. But it takes a while to get to that point. It does, because there's so many of you guys, there's so many bad spirits that are telling you otherwise, and they're pushing you and they're pushing you. Okay. But, so yeah, if I've contacted you and you won't get back with me, what I'll do is I'll put you in spam and I'll drop you as a client. And most of my clients that I drop as a client, I'll let them know that I'm dropping them as a client. Like, I'll let you know, I'll send you a Dear John letter and I'll say, hey, I got to cut this off. That means that my energy is no longer being used in the work, and your energy is no longer coming through. Clearly, there's something that's sharing. So that is, I don't know why. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me see what's going on here. Okay. Many of y'all have witches that are doing work on you all the time. So I am going to perfect what I'm doing at my business to where I'll have you guys on a monthly. And I'll explain that to y'all, because my spirits are like, look, because for some reason people don't give up. They don't give up. They don't give up. They keep going. They keep going because their mind has told them that they have to do this in order to survive. So that's why people don't give up. But you don't give up either. So, you guys can and I thought about doing it as a group thing. I'm not real sure. I didn't do a group. I am doing a group ritual for llamas, but you got to have money already, or either or you have to have manifestation power to probably even get into this llamas ritual. Okay. So the llamas ritual is going to be for probably witches that are either beginners, intermediate, and advanced. A lot of my group rituals are for witches, is where we're joining hands. The more, the merrier. They want to tear that down. Who is they? Not necessarily men, not necessarily women. It's those bad energies. So, for example, if there's 10 of us doing llamas, what do you think is going to manifest? Okay. And you guys only have like 5 days, 6 days to get into llama. So get it in now. Either go to Etsy or either send the 300 by Cash App. And do I have to convince you? No, I don't ever talk anybody into. And I've noticed that here lately that it's like, no, I've already proven myself. I ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. I've already established myself. I'm not a new beginner. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to talk nobody into buying my spells. In fact, I that's something that I never do. If I do push you into doing it, it's because I know I can help you, and I know that you're gonna eventually end up saying, "Jamila is Bombay. I love her." That's what most people say. Most people do not walk away from me angry. Okay, if they did that, yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all something. It was a setup because most of the people that I deal with, I have very good relationships with. I've even had clients that I've tried to drop, and they've said, "No, please forgive me. I don't want you to drop me as a client," and I might take them back. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? I'm really picky about who I work with. So, and I've noticed here on YouTube with all the shadow banning and stuff like that. And see, this is one of the reasons why I got to keep the energies proper on this channel. So, let's stay focused for the rest of because if we stay focused, what spirit has told me is that it's going to be a lot of people that are going to be very financially on top of things and stable, especially by this winter, because a lot of people don't realize that you are drawing the blueprint for the next 3 months or the next 4 months. We're doing things even 6 months in advance these days. So, for example, with llamas, I started on llamas in advance, and I've already started working with La. So, we'll talk about that later. I'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Have a happy Sunday. And if you guys need me, have any questions, I am working on my schedule for tomorrow. Okay. So if you guys get readings, I may have one opening. I usually have room for one emergency reading per day. I'll be available later on this evening. Otherwise, we're working on the schedule for Monday because I'm booked for today, technically. Okay. All right, guys. I'll see y'all later. Thank you for coming, chat. Talk to you later, sister. See y'all later. Bye bye. Love and light.